Look at her, she's spittin' nerdy. Look at her, she's spittin' nerdy. Can't you see she's spittin' nerdy? Look at her, she's spittin' nerdy.
Oh, life ain't a ding dong. If I could take you up in boom boom bosh, boom boom, tell me I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Life could be a dream. Ain't a ding dong. Plans would come true.
Good morning, everyone. This is the first time I've made my big pot of like detox tea with all the ingredients since I've been back home in LA, where I don't have a teapot to put everything in. It's still on the stove, basically, but I had to mix it in a big bowl because I had to strain it. It didn't really go as smoothly as I was planning, is what I'm trying to say. But it tastes just as delicious as ever. I did experiment today by adding one new ingredient, and that is the cordyceps elixir from Sigmatic. I've been experimenting the last just a few days with taking cordyceps in the morning and then reishi, also the Sigmatic reishi, at night, just because one of the biggest effects of topical steroid withdrawal, which is what I'm going through, is the imbalance in cortisol, because the steroids that you put on your body, they're very similar to cortisol, and so they cause your body to downregulate its own production of cortisol. So my cortisol has been all over the place, which has resulted in some very poor nights of sleep for the last 5 to 6 months, and some other weird symptoms as well, and it's not the most fun. So I'm experimenting with attempting to help my body re-regulate its own production of cortisol by taking cordyceps in the morning and reishi at night. Cordyceps is a mushroom, it's an adaptogenic mushroom that it's not a stimulant, but it's good at boosting like energy and stamina and stuff like that. So it's a really good one to take in the morning if you're trying to get kind of that boost. And since it is an adaptogen, adaptogens work in the body to help the body process and regulate its responses to stress, and stress, cortisol, you know, same thing. So in theory, it should be really good at helping my body regulate its cortisol, and it's giving me that little boost, which you should have a boost in the morning of cortisol. And then reishi is also a mushroom that has the same adaptogenic effects, where it helps buffer against stress, but it's much more of a calming adaptogen. So taking that at night will help my body calm down a little bit and prepare it better for sleep. So just trying that out, seeing how this goes. But speaking of adaptogenic mushrooms and Sigmatic adaptogenic mushrooms, today is Black Friday, and Sigmatic is having a huge Black Friday sale, so I figured I should let you guys know about that. Everything on their website is up to 50% off. So if you've been wanting to like hop on the adaptogen train, just try some things out, see what's gonna work for your body, but you've been deterred a little bit by the price, now is your time to try them out. And if you use my code FITANDNERDY, you get an additional 15% off the sale price. So definitely go get your hands on some. The sale is going through, I believe, the 4th of December. And if you want my full breakdown on the different Sigmatic products, what I recommend, what my favorites are, what you should kind of look for if you're looking for a very specific benefit, I filmed a whole review on basically all of their products last year, so I will link that down in the description box below if you don't know what to get. And then also, if you are looking for any very specific benefit and you want more in-depth information on adaptogens and what the different adaptogenic mushrooms have to offer, I really recommend taking advantage of my Black Friday sale and getting Adaptogens 101, my ebook all about adaptogens. It not only goes in depth into the science surrounding each adaptogen, I think I did 18 adaptogens. It also gives you 50 plus recipes for how to use the adaptogen. If you want to learn that, you can get my ebook, which is currently 30% off on my website with the code FITANDFRIDAY. So go check that out. I'll link it down in the description. But in the meantime, I'm gonna sip on my tea, make some breakfast, because ooh, I am so excited for what I'm making for breakfast today. So I got some duck breast because that just sounded like a good thing to do. Oh my goodness, I tried one the other night and I definitely accidentally overcooked it. I was following the instructions precisely, still overcooked it, but it was still really, really good. So I'm so excited to try the second one, because I'm determined to not overcook it this time. Open sesame? Thank you. It's so much fattier than chicken breast, and which adds so much extra flavor, and I already messed up. I was supposed to score the fat. This is not boding well. But while I'm making breakfast, I figured I should tell you about some of the other cool Black Friday things that are going on so that you guys don't miss out. I promise I'll keep it short and sweet because I know this is gonna get boring, but all the details will be down in the description if you want like the codes and links and stuff like that. All of my new merch, exciting, is 15% off. All of my 2 ebooks, Adaptogens 101 and my workout program, Project Comeback, are 30% off. And speaking of workout programs, all of MINDPUMP's programs are 50% off and their bundles are 25% off. And then Ned, which is the highest quality CBD brand on the market, is also having a sale. I definitely recommend checking out not only their CBD, but also they have a like CBD body balm and chapstick. Love those to death. That's all I can think of off the top of my head, but if there's any other super exciting sale, I'll definitely leave them down in the description box below. As always, if you choose to use my code and or shop through my link, I appreciate you so much. Doing so allows me to continue making content for you guys and putting as much time and effort into it as I can. So thank you. If you do want to buy any of those things, please consider using my link and or my code. I have been a tea fiend lately. I have just been guzzling tea non-stop. I accidentally ordered a 3-pack of my favorite peppermint tea on Amazon, and I was kind of mad when I got it. It's like, I don't need 3 of these. I went through it so quickly that I'm now so glad that I got the 3-pack. And I have my breakfast. It looks so good. I'm sorry, I'll never do that again. Well, actually, no promises. But I have my duck breast that I don't think I overcooked this time. We'll see, haven't cut into it yet. For the veggie mix, I have sweet potato, beets, carrots, sunchokes, and cauliflower. Then I just have an entire avocado with a little salt, onion, and garlic. So I'm gonna dig into this, and then I wanna have a little chit chat with you guys about how my body has changed since I have completely stopped exercising. And it's been about 6 months, I think, since I stopped lifting, and it's been interesting. So give me a minute, let me eat, then we'll talk about it. Alrighty, I am part of the Clean Plate Club now, so now it's time to get to the juicy bits of this video. How has my body changed in 6 months without exercise, especially going from lifting heavy 6 days a week to not training at all? So for context, for anyone new around here, I did a reverse diet starting in end of January, I think, beginning of February, and I reverse dieted, taking my average calorie intake from 2,000 calories a day to 2,500 calories a day. But then I got sick, I started going through topical steroid withdrawal, started battling basically some health issues, and I stopped training. And I think that was about at the end of May that I just completely stopped lifting and realized how much different I felt and how much better I felt than when I had been training 6 days a week. And I realized, oh, something's wrong. I need to scale back my training so that my body can work on healing what it needs to heal. So I actually stopped lifting not too long after I finished my reverse diet. And so I don't have any data directly after my reverse diet as far as my weight and my body fat percentage and stuff goes, but it wasn't long after my reverse diet, so I'm just gonna go with that as my starting point. So when I finished my reverse diet in May, I was 123 pounds. My scale said I was approximately 20.1% body fat, and it said 37.3% lean mass. So the interesting thing that happened that made me realize that I really was overtraining and really needed to scale back was the fact that within a week or two, my weight had dropped drastically. I don't remember exactly what it was. I think I lost about 4 pounds almost immediately now that I think about it, because I think I made a video about overtraining and explaining how this happened, which I will link down in the description if you want to check that out. But I dropped about 4 pounds. I think I made it down to about 119 within about a week. And so that goes to show that I was just super inflamed. A couple weeks after that, I started the autoimmune protocol, which is the diet that I'm still following to help my body heal. And I think within about a month, my weight had dropped again to the lowest weight it's been probably since I graduated college. It dropped all the way down to 115 pounds. And at that point, I did look leaner and feel more fit. And like, I am a very small human. Let me clarify that. 115 pounds is not too low for my body. Like, obviously I still have a ton of muscle mass, so I'm not gonna be unhealthfully skinny. And I was not intentionally trying to lose weight. Let me clarify that. I was in no way trying to lose fat, trying to lose weight at all. It was just a result of the dietary shift as well as the change in my exercise frequency. So about in the first month and a half to probably closer to 2 months, I had dropped 8 pounds after not exercising. But then things started changing a little bit. So one thing that I did when I stopped exercising is I immediately started eating intuitively because I just had no idea how many calories my body needed without exercise. I knew it would be less, but I didn't want to like try to recalculate, be wrong, have to keep recalculating. Since I had no aesthetic goals, there was no point in tracking. And since I know how to eat intuitively, I just switched to eating intuitively because that's what made sense. And so at the beginning of this process, my metabolism was roaring because I had just finished 4 months of reverse dieting. I had been burning 2,500 calories a day, which is a lot for someone my size. And so my metabolism was still churning through calories at the beginning of this process, which is probably why I continued to lose weight despite the fact that I wasn't exercising, which, let me just insert here, goes to show how powerful reverse dieting is and why I highly recommend it to so many people, especially if you're struggling to lose weight, you have a few more pounds to lose, it's just not budging. Reverse diet, cutting will be so much easier. But after about that 2-month mark, I started getting a lot of swelling in my body, which is a symptom of topical steroid withdrawal. My legs looked like elephant legs. Pretty sure my gut as well was swelling because I had some weird symptoms that I'd never really experienced before. And so I didn't weigh myself. I just chose not to because I knew that I was gaining weight because I was storing a ton of water. It looked like I had gained like 20 to 30 pounds just in my lower half. So I didn't weigh myself because there was no point in knowing. At some point during that period, after the 2-month mark, I started actually gaining like actual weight, not just swelling weight. And I think essentially what happened is that my metabolism slowed down a little bit faster than my hunger cues. So at the beginning, my metabolism was roaring, my hunger cues were a little bit below that, which is why I was losing weight, but then my metabolism started slowing down and my hunger cues just stayed elevated a little bit. And so this difference in my metabolism and my hunger cues, where this is my metabolism, these are my hunger cues, meant that I was eating in a small surplus. And I don't know how long that was happening. I don't know how long I was gaining weight for, but I did end up gaining a little bit of weight. Right now, the swelling is pretty much gone. I think I have like a little bit going on still, and it does fluctuate day to day, but my weight seems to be fairly stable. Again, I'm not really weighing myself very frequently, so I don't have a ton of data points. Right now, I am at 119 pounds, 19.2% body fat, and 37.4% lean mass. So I'm actually still 4 pounds lower than my starting weight at the end of my reverse diet, which is actually the same weight that I dropped to when I stopped exercising and lost a lot of the water weight from inflammation. So that kind of makes sense, but I've gained 4 pounds since my lowest weight. And since the end of my reverse diet, my body fat percentage is down by 1% and my lean mass is the same percent. So I've lost a little bit of body fat and a smidge of lean mass. So basically, as far as this goes, this kind of means that my mass itself has not changed very much at all. Basically, switching from 6 days a week to 0 days a week of exercise and switching to eating intuitively had very minimal impact on my body composition. However, I do think I look visually a little bit different. I think I am less lean. Some of that could be due to a little bit of swelling and inflammation. Definitely possible. But I feel like I have gained a little bit of fat, and I feel like that is visible. So of course I did film a little bit of a body update for you guys this morning so you can see what my physique looks like right now in comparison to how I looked at the end of my reverse diet. So without further ado, here's my little body update dance for you guys.
I see, I like, I go, I get, no one can hold me back. I see, I like, I go, I get, go, I get, go, I get, go, I get now.
When you compare my post-reverse diet body to my current body side to side, I think it looks like I have gained a little bit of fat. You can see it a little bit in my stomach. It's not a huge difference, but I definitely look less lean. I don't really have abs anymore. Like, I have to flex real hard to see any definition in my stomach, and even so, I still have just a wee bit of, I don't want to call it a pooch because that's such like a negative connotation. I don't care that I have slightly more body fat on me, but you can see that I just have a little bit extra body fat on the lower part of my stomach. But what I want to emphasize with this is that in 6 months of not training, my body has not changed very much. It has changed a little bit, but not very much. And what I want you guys to take away from this is the fact that you shouldn't be scared to decrease your training when you have other things going on in your life that are making you be overtraining. Like if you are exceptionally stressed, not sleeping well, if you're not able to eat enough for whatever reason, training extra is just gonna add extra stress on your body, and it's probably gonna make you store extra water weight due to inflammation like I was. And so scaling back on your training is not going to make you just gain a ton of weight. Do not be scared to respond to whatever situation you're in, wherever your body's at. Give your body what it needs and it will thank you. What my body needed was for me to stop pushing it and stop exercising so hard. And I gave it that. We dropped 4 pounds. Then we lost 4 more and then gained 4 more back. But like, that's kind of beside the point. And I've seen this with a lot of you guys sharing your stories in the comment section and such, where, you know, you have amenorrhea, you've lost your period, and you're scared to quit exercising, which is a step that you kind of need to do if you've lost your period for more than a few months. If the fact that you're overtraining is one of the main causes, like you need to scale back. And a lot of people are just scared that quitting exercise is gonna make them gain weight, but that is not the case unless you continue to eat the way that you were eating while you were exercising the way that you're exercising. So I hope seeing this has helped some of you kind of realize that, you know, you're not doomed if you have to scale back on your exercise. But there are 2 more things that I do really want to talk about, kind of more negative changes that I have seen since quitting exercise. And the first one is that obviously my metabolism is a lot slower. Some of you have been noticing in my videos that I'm eating a lot less. I mean, I'm also training a lot less, so it makes sense that I'm eating a lot less. But I think it was kind of a more drastic change because my metabolism was so fired up at the beginning. I was eating probably, I tracked once or twice, like between 1,800 and 2,200 calories in the beginning of this process. And now I have not tracked at all recently. I don't really plan on it, but I'm definitely eating significantly less. I am not restricting in any way, shape, or form. I am 100% listening to my body's signals. It's just that because my body has realized, oh hey, this girl barely walks like 5,000 steps a day. We don't need that much fuel. My body's just scaled back my hunger signals, and so I'm a lot less hungry, so I'm eating a lot less. And I guess that's not really a negative symptom. Like obviously my metabolism's gonna slow down. It's just that I can't eat as much, but I don't want to eat more because I'm full and satiated on what I'm eating right now. So when you do watch my what I eat in a day videos, I do want you to keep that in mind. I am a very small human to start with. I'm 5'2", 119 pounds right now. Like, my body regularly doesn't need as much fuel as an average size human. And now on top of being small, I am not moving my body. And so I don't need to eat much above my BMR. And I don't feel restricted doing that. I don't wish I were eating a ton more food in order to maintain weight. Like, I'm chilling. I'm perfectly happy where I am right now. The autoimmune protocol has been one of the most satiating diets I have ever tried, other than like carnivore. And so when I eat this way, I don't have cravings for other things. I feel very satiated after my meals. Like, my breakfast completely filled me up, made me very happy. But yeah, I'm just eating a lot less and just eating 100% intuitively. But the big negative, the like actual other negative, is that I feel a lot weaker. Like, so much weaker. Like, doing any physically demanding task at this point is very, very difficult. And this is A, because I haven't been exercising, right? So my body has lost a lot of that adaptation. But also the fact that I am going through a healing process. Like, my body is focusing its energy on healing itself rather than wanting to expend its energy on doing more intensive tasks. But as someone who has always prided herself on being strong and being powerful, it sucks a little bit to feel weaker and feel less capable. But yeah, that is how my body has changed since quitting exercise. And I guess just to be 100% open and transparent about all this, I try to walk about an hour a day. I probably average about 30 to 40 minutes a day. So I'm not getting in my 10,000 steps most days. I'm probably getting in like 6,000 to 8,000 steps. So I am moving. I'm not 100% sedentary, but other than my walking, I'm pretty darn sedentary. So yeah, I hope that was insightful. Shed a little light on the possibilities for any of you who might be in a situation where you need to consider quitting exercise. But yeah, you may notice that it is dark outside now. I'm running very behind. These are the things that happen when topical steroid withdrawal results in you getting 3 hours of sleep one night and then just completely messing up your sleep schedule for the next few days. Is great. But even though it's dark, I really need to go on a quick walk because I have literally just been sitting all day and I will go crazy. But first, I'm gonna have a super quick snack. I just cut up a massive kiwi. I know it doesn't look super massive, but like this is what it looked like before cutting it up. They're huge, huge. Got it at the farmer's market. So I have a kiwi and then I'm gonna have some sweet potato chips. I don't know how many I'm gonna eat. Probably end up eating the whole thing by the end of the day, but I'm just gonna eat a few for now. I am currently making one of my absolute favorite AIP dishes. I've done this before on my channel, so there shouldn't be too much of a surprise, but it is the mac and cheese with, it's AIP cheese, so it's dairy-free, not real cheese, and there's no mac either. It's cauliflower, but it's so good. I'm also gonna mix in some ground elk that I got at the farmer's market. Let's get cooking.
Memories die out too hard. We were traveling mountains just to find the loudest tears. We said down by the fire, knowing we couldn't hide, but we didn't know that yet. So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees waiting for the summer.
I think this has taken me about an hour, but tasting that cheese sauce just made it so worth it. Oh my goodness, it's the best. I will link that recipe down in the description box below.
I'm in a tropic club.
And we have the ultimate AIP mac and cheese dinner. I am so excited about this. It took forever, but it's gonna be so worth it. Oh my goodness, hold up. I have to show you what this looks like when I mix it. Look at this beautiful bowl of food. I mean, it doesn't look that beautiful, but like, just imagine it tasting amazingly cheesy. I'm gonna devour this, and then I may or may not make dessert. I'll catch up with you when I decide. So I was gonna make dessert, but then I was sitting there for a while. Realized I was just too lazy and way too tired to make dessert. Can you tell how tired I am? I can't even keep my eyes open. So dessert is a no-go tonight. Instead, right now, I just have my first of probably 3 peppermint teas for the night. I told you guys, I love tea. I'm addicted to tea right now. As soon as the cold season rolls around, it's tea chugging time. But seeing as this now is apparently the last thing that I will be consuming for the night, I think I'm gonna end the video here. Remember to check out my sale of my programs, my merch, the 4 Sigmatic sale, the MINDPUMP sale, the Ned sale, all the other sales listed down in the description box below. And in the meantime, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up because it really does support me and my channel. I really genuinely appreciate it. Please share this video with your friends, your family, your neighbors. Hit that subscribe button to see more videos from me, to see past videos from me all about health and fitness and this journey that I'm on. You can check them out over here. Hit the little notification bell to get notified about future videos, and I'll see you very soon. Good night.